Do you like standing in a queue for your vegetables? Or do you think it's tiring and a waste of valuable time? Do you ever find your long wait has been useless, that supplies of what you want have run out before your turn comes? It's not the greengrocer's fault. It's up to you. You dig for victory.
Dillon! You son of a bitch!
Thousands of people have discovered that a 10-rod crop can keep a family of 5 in vegetables 8 months of the year. And children, growing food is part of their school routine nowadays. For they know that food is just as important a weapon of war as gun. You may not be lucky enough to own an ideal kitchen garden like this, but the flower garden will grow beetroot just as well as begonias. And it's more fashionable too nowadays.
Dillon! You son of a bitch!
We're going to watch an old hand for a few minutes. If you get any pleasure out of watching his skill, you'll get a lot more in learning how to do a good job yourself. Even the asphalt playground of a bombed-out school has been turned into a flourishing allotment. So you see, you can nearly always find somewhere to dig.
And as our gardens grow, they must be regularly cared for, faithfully weeded from planting to harvest, enriched perhaps with one of the magic plant foods science has given us.
I grew my world record cucumber with Miracle-Gro plant food.
We asked world champion gardeners in the Guinness Book of World Records, which plant food do you use?
Miracle-Gro. 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 Miracle-Gro.
I swear by Miracle-Gro. It's the best. Hey, if world champion gardeners depend on Miracle-Gro, shouldn't you?
Miracle-Gro is so easy to use with the Miracle-Gro no-clog feeder. Just drop in and spray on. So fast, you'll feed your whole yard in minutes.
It's not only easy to make a victory garden, it's a great way to have fun and get plenty of healthful exercise.
Digging's simple enough if you don't try and lift the whole allotment in one spadeful. Cut off just as much as your spade will lift. Drive the spade in with your foot. Then, over it goes just where you want it. And for goodness sake, keep your spade clean. Follow these tips, choose your company, and you'll find that digging can be good fun.
Victory garden. That's the answer. We can grow food for victory in our own backyards and even in vacant lots where perhaps only weeds flourished before. So long as this war lasts, great quantities of food must be grown. Anywhere and everywhere we can find good soil to nourish the seeds. Good soil and sunshine to make them grow. Still, it takes more than earth and sun to produce the right kind of victory garden. It requires a knowledge of how to plan and tend it. Yes, for the duration at least, it's our job to grow food for our own table.
Time comes when the first seeds must be sown. The ground must be level, and it must have what gardeners call a fine tilt. Finally, an iron rake gives you the fine tilt that the seeds want. That's one of the pleasures of gardening, using the right tool for the job and using it in the right way. To make the seed drills, a hoe is the tool. Use it in short strokes to throw the soil clear. Tread on the line to make sure your hoe doesn't shift it. And this is the proper way to cover the seeds in the drill.
long time. It'll be designed after one he found in a gardening guide, and he can hardly wait for the time when he begins it, because he's sure that he's going to have the finest backyard crop you ever saw.
In the trenches is your foot, and then the hoe to finish off. See, there's a proper tool for every job, and they needn't be expensive, especially if you borrow them from the man next door.
Dillon. You have for us today different kind of hoes, and I never realized that there's so many different hoes, and they all do something just a little bit different in the garden.
That's right. There are three basic kinds of hoes in the world. There are push hoes, such as this one right here, that you push away from you when you cut. There are draw hoes, such as you pull towards you when you cut. An American pattern hoe, such as this, is the standard draw hoe. And then there are scuffle hoes, which are hoes that cut both on the push cut and the pull cut. And they're the most efficient for weeding because you're not wasting any motion.
A draw hoe is best for fairly widely spaced crops, but a hand hoe is ideal when you're working with plants close together. And when it comes to the wide open spaces between rows, a Dutch hoe is the thing. And remember, you use it walking backwards.
So it is in every corner of America today. Millions of men and women are finding real joy in victory garden.
Fresh air.
Turbulent times, and as more people start to venture out, gardening is providing a bit of sanity and fresh air.
Fresh food, good food. Food from our own backyard. Food from the gardens of victory, grown by you and me.
Dillon, son of a bitch.
Of insect has arrived in the U.S. and its sting is strong enough to kill a human.
Dillon
tells us about so-called murder hornets and what experts say they're hunting.
It looks like something out of a horror film with a name to match. This giant insect, nicknamed the murder hornet, is making a new home here in the U.S. Hunt for food in beehives and can wipe a hive out in just a few hours. But what makes the hornets even more terrifying is the threat they pose to humans. Their stings can deliver nearly 7 times the amount of venom as a honeybee, strong enough to kill.
The finest tools a gardener can possibly use are his own 2 hands. Take a few tips like these from
Dillon.
You'll soon be growing your own tomatoes, peas that melt in the mouth, carrots that will be a revelation, potatoes at your service whenever you want them, and cabbages fit for a king.
Monsanto Roundup Roots to Revive.
Roundup herbicide by Monsanto. There's never been a herbicide like it before. Applied to actively growing weeds at the proper stage of growth, Roundup translocates down and throughout the entire plant. In a matter of days, Roundup controls many of the toughest grasses and weeds, including their underground root systems. Roundup, the herbicide that gets to the root of the problem.
Dillon! You son of a bitch!
problem. Kill weeds and grasses, roots and all, with a shot of Roundup.
Men should buy the garden hose, but keep the women very much in mind. And say if you work it right, men, you can sell the gals on the idea of doing more of the outdoor work and liking it. The ladies can handle it easily. 50 feet actually weighs only 8.5 pounds. That's 1/3 less than ordinary hose, only half as much as some. You can drag it over concrete. Let the car run over it if you wish. Yank it or jerk it around trees. You can leave hose outside all year round, too. Neither the heat and sun of summer nor the cold and snow of winter will harm it. Treat it as rough as you please.
The deluge wakes another forest inhabitant. This one is particularly astounding in its vigor. It's bamboo.
Son of a bitch.
It can grow up to 1 meter a day, fast overtaking the other plants around it. Grows, the faster its growth rate, so that in a matter of days it towers above the undergrowth and continues reaching for the sky. Given the chance, bamboo will create immense forests, dominating entire areas.
Sprout. Lots to learn when you're new, isn't there?
I'll say. Tonight, I'm studying green giant cream style corn. It says here he makes it with his own
His own special corn.
Special?
Yeah, specially sweet and tender, Sprout. You see, the giant creams his corn by a special patented process, so it's always smooth and creamy. Can't beat green giant brand cream style corn.
It's super creamy. Something tells me the giant wants me to remember this.
In the valley of the jolly.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho.
Green giant.
It is quite a mistake to imagine, as some people do, that winter is a dead time in the garden. There are always plenty of jobs to be done, and if each season you plan well ahead for the next, you need never be short of a good supply of vegetables for yourself and for your family.
Stickler for results, like keeping weeds out of my flower and shrub beds. Now I found a new way to stop weeds before they start. Watch.
Dillon!
After taking out the weeds, I just spray, and I won't have that big weed job again. Because after mixing with the soil, one application fights weeds all summer long. If you're a stickler for results, use New Johnson Yardmaster Garden Weed Preventer. It stops weeds before they start.
Dillon! You son of a bitch.
Inexperienced carrot wishes to meet tender young pea. Reason, to create a really colorful experience.
Very young peas wish to meet interesting carrot. Sweet corn. And beautiful French bean. For an original get-together with a lot of taste.
No one gets vegetables together quite like
Dillon!